Welcome to another Dwarf Fortress video on BasedBellagio. Today we're going to discuss the lore of deities, angels, and their byproducts on today's lore series video.
Come on, you're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
To understand deities in the game of Dwarf Fortress, you have to look at them almost from a mythological standpoint and from the position of Greek and Roman culture. Deities in Dwarf Fortress revolve around spheres of influence. Think of a Roman or Greek god or goddess, like Ares is the god of war, and that's his sphere of influence. Athena would be the goddess of love, wisdom, etc. And in Dwarf Fortress, these deities and their spheres of influence are randomly generated on world creation. These deities get corresponding divine metals and divine materials, as well as randomized concepts, creatures, objects, etc. They usually range from neutral, good, and also bad ideas and concepts. For example, spheres of influence with war, valor, or fortresses tend to be more towards neutral or good, as opposed to spheres like death, misery, darkness, night, which are more towards the other scale. Besides being worshipped by various creatures in the game, and all who worship very differently, dwarves worship differently than humans, who worship differently than elves, who don't even really worship deities. They worship more primal and ancient forces.
This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would.
Deities' main interaction with the world, in Fortress mode and Adventure mode, is influencing events in the world, especially during generation. Gods of death will create slabs of mysterious power, which necromancers use to learn secrets of life and death. And any civilized creature, human, dwarf, etc., that go to a temple during world generation or adventure mode and profane the temple, the deity that worships there will usually punish that creature by giving it either vampirism or a werebeast punishment. This is where vampires and werebeasts come from. But the main thing deities do that is crazy, in my opinion, is they will collaborate with demons in the underworld. They will break demons free from the underworld, and this is one of the main ways demons escape. Gods of death may summon demons, way more so than gods of life, for example, but you'd be surprised. War gods conduct rituals that raise demons to utilize in their wars and in construction with great fortresses in the name of these deities of war. Gods of bravery and valor do the same, but these great acts of heroism may be performed, is what the game tells you, basically justifying why they're releasing a demon in the world to do a great act of heroism. Nonetheless, all the outcomes are the same, and these deities are assisted by angels. Angels in Dwarf Fortress come in a huge variety of sizes, shapes, colors, and spheres of influence. More evil angels of death, misery, darkness, etc. will come out as hideous beasts of anywhere from sizes as smaller than dwarves to the same size as dwarves, so you're able to utilize their divine equipment and clothing, which we'll discuss in a little bit. Angels come in 3 different categories. Assistants, they are highly randomized bestial angels that will assist the deity in anything it needs. There are soldier angels, which will wear divine metals, divine equipment, and are the brunt of the defense force for these deities. And then archangels, which are like the huge boss managers of these angels. And these angels in Fortress mode and Adventure mode, you will interact with them in underground vaults mainly. unless the deity is being mischievous and sending these angels to break out a demon, you will find them in underground vaults, which are gem-studded wall rooms that you find in caverns or deeper. The spheres of influence affect the body material of the angels. For example, a god of muck and filth will more likely have mud angels. A rainbow god will have crystal angels, etc. A metal god will have metal angels. These angels are super powerful. They're not invincible. They are immune to traps, pain, fear, nausea, stunning, exertion, dizziness, fevers, and any poisoning. Some of them do have immunity to fire, but not all of them. And if you have a very talented squad of dwarves and you raid the vault, you destroy the soldiers and assistants, and the Archangel. The Archangel will drop a slab, a special artifact slab related to that specific Archangel. And this slab will allow you to either bind them to your service or banish them back to the underworld. Do with this what you will. But this could be a very powerful ally, tool, or war instrument for your fortress. But be warned, these creatures are extremely mischievous. And just because their name is Archangel does not make them cute or cuddly or even benevolent. These angels, especially the soldiers, will have divine equipment that range from huge categories of randomized things, usually that revolve around the spheres of influence again. Divine metals come in varieties of rainbow, lightning, light, jeweled, encrusted magic metals, fire covered magic metals, darkness, chaos, blight. The list goes on. And same thing with the divine fabrics. And if you're lucky enough to dispatch an angel of the same size as your dwarf, you can wear this equipment. Very valuable, very powerful stuff. Angels' names are generated using a divine language. Very neat in my opinion. I thought the Dwarven language was awesome. This is a whole different step of wackiness in terms of randomized language generation. Any artifacts you find in these vaults that are guarded by these creatures are considered legendary artifacts of the gods and carry huge prices and sometimes very varied equipment components. For example, you can get lead weapons, lead hammers. You can get silver and lead whips. Wild stuff. All these deities can be worshipped by your dwarves. You can create temples and churches to all the different spheres of influence and deities in your randomized world. But beware, your dwarves will establish both benevolent and malevolent cults of worship that revolve around these deities. For example, if you have a deity of self-destruction, a deity of death, you might make a death cult of dwarves who revel in death, hang out in tombs, and various other things. The religious system in this game is very detailed and deep. Very funny spheres of influence can be generated in World Gen. Very interesting religions. Tell me down below, what is the wackiest religion you have found? The wackiest deity? Let me know what you think of this system, this video down below in the comments. I love to read your comments. I really appreciate it if you share this video or give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. It really helps the channel out. We're almost to 3,000 subscribers and it means a lot to me that you guys like and share the videos. I appreciate it and thank you for watching.